Huh. Okay. Oh, you caught me. I'm reading a book called Comedy Writing for Late Night TV, which is a real book that I asked for Christmas a couple of years ago. I love late night, and it sucks that it has been going in the towards an online future, much like video games. They're going towards an online future that is just not doing it justice. But in the same token, it can't stay in the old ways that it used to have, and it's having a hard time of going through growing pains right now. There's not one late night show that is doing it exactly perfectly. There's a lot of shows doing it well, but you know, I miss it. Oh well, gonna go continue watching James Corden because he's the best one doing it, and that's the joke to the cold open.
It's news time. Delivering to you the news you didn't know about, the news you didn't care about, and the news you didn't know you cared about. With host, Chad White. Now, here's that host, Chad White.
Welcome back to News Time. I'm your host, Chad White, and this is the Late Night is Losing It news that you didn't know about. Years ago, when Conan said that he was going to stop doing an hour-long show and start doing a 30-minute show, I felt that that was a kind of like another wrench in the coffin, another lowering of the coffin of late night. Late night's been going through a kind of, what's the opposite of a renaissance? It's been going through that for a past couple of years, and it's been hard to watch, mostly because there's a lot that late night still has to offer. I mean, it started way back in the 60s. Was it 60s or 50s? 50s as a way for people to, as a variety show, as a way people get to learn about their musicians and actors and everything. And now it kind of, I don't want to say peaked with Carson, but because after that, when Letterman and Conan came along, it could get even weirder than that. It could be even more fun than that. And now it's just kind of, a lot of the broadcast networks can only, they still have their shows, their stalwarts, but then they push them towards this online world where it was created by Jimmy Kimmel. He did start that online thing back in 2005 with his first set of viral videos, especially including, I'm effing Matt Damon. But that was now it's kind of like when James Corden came along and Jimmy Fallon and they kind of exploded, especially James Corden with the stuff that then became its own TV shows like Carpool Karaoke. Now we're kind of at a point where broadcast is not getting as many viewers as it should for any shows, but less so for late night, and they're making everything available online. Doesn't make sense to still have this broadcast component for late night. And then when you look at streaming places like Netflix and Hulu and HBO Max, they've all tried their hand that late. And I'll throw Disney Plus in there with that Earth to Ned show. They've all tried their hand at late night style comedies, and especially in terms of Netflix, who tried I think 4 different times. It just hasn't, or 5 with 2 with Chelsea Handler. It just has not worked. And I think what it comes down to is you have to really go put your whole head into it, and really make sure that if you're going to do a show with Michelle Wolf or Joel McHale or Hassan Minaj, then really give them everything. And I'm not just saying money, but give them not just saying the creative space, but give them a reason to continue making their shows. Obviously Netflix canceled those shows, and they really didn't give them a chance to breathe, though. That's the whole instance. And now late night is kind of in this slow death spiral that I think is only staying afloat by the likes of podcasting and online and creating things for online. Conan's move to half hour was just like the thing that kind of cemented that. And Michelle Wolf had a show, and Sam B's show, and Lily Singh. It's and Desus and Mero, which was canceled by their own accord. and now we're losing Trevor Noah. The diversity is gone, and we're not able to have all of like the different voices. Now it's just kind of, as much as I love Seth Meyers, as much as I love Jimmy Kimmel, we're still missing those differing voices. The Decency to Mirror on Showtime, and even on before that on Vice, that was so different, and it worked so well. And Sam B really took that Daily Show format and pushed it to a different level. But now that those shows are gone, we're just getting the same voices over and over again. And does that really help out in the long run? Not really. And I think in order to save late night, and I hate to say something so dramatic, but in order to save late night, keep doing the online stuff, but do some exclusives and really expand the format and do different things, because that's what's going to get people to come back. Doing the same thing over and over again, that's how people get burned out. And we just have to trust in these hosts and their writers, and just try to be different. But hey, speaking of being different, subscribe, check out one of our other videos. Of course, you can head to the website, cpluscomedy.com, where I'm talking to famous people. It's not as good as late night, but I don't know. It's better than Gordon, at least. You can follow us on social media, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, at cpluscomedy. Follow me at ChapBlackWhite. Listen to the Constitutionals podcast wherever you get your podcasts. And I got to get back to reading this book. I just realized I don't know how to read.